Good afternoon, Jabo here, founder of the Warrior Rise Experience. On October 6th of 2017, I actually made my 53rd birthday. At the time, I was training two-a-days to get ready for a 12-hour overnight endurance event. Everything about my life on the outside looking in looked fine. My body looked like it was in great shape. I trained hard and regularly. My businesses looked like they were rolling. My beautiful wife was always there with me. My beautiful kids were always around and looked great, doing well. Had a nice house and nice cars and all of that. Then on October 17th, in my second workout of the day, training two-a-days for this event, I had a heart attack. As I sat in the ambulance wondering if I was going to survive, feeling feelings I had never had in my life before, really not sure if I was going to survive or not. When I heard them holler code red, and we got rushed to the hospital, straight through the emergency room, right to the slab, where they started to do emergency surgery on me to save my life. And laying in that ambulance and considering, like, wow, this is it. I was pretty freaked out. The next day, when I was looking at the x-rays, I was amazed. My major artery on the right side was completely 100% blocked. The one on the other side was 95% blocked, so I was getting 5% of the blood to my heart that I needed. And I was training my ass off. See, it ended up that these photographs, these images of what I looked like before and after the stent, after the surgery that saved my life, these pics were a perfect metaphor for my life. What looks so good on the outside, like a beautiful calm ocean, was turmoil and hell underneath. All created by yours truly. There were times my business struggled and I had cash flow issues. My wife and I were disconnected. We weren't communicating on a regular basis. Sex had gone sort of not away, but it was like infrequent. Once a month. I'd really lost communication with my teenage girls in a big way, and I was starting to lose that with my little one. I was more clear what I didn't believe in terms of my spirituality than what I actually believed. And my body was screaming at me to get your shit together. So despite what the outward appearance said, the truth was something vastly different. And those x-ray pics were a perfect metaphor for what the truth was. Since that time, I've worked with, coached with, and learned from some amazingly smart people and created what's called the Warrior Rise Experience. It mimics much of the training that I had before and since that enabled me to completely shift and drastically change my life. Because I was secretly unhappy with the way things were before, and I was like angry and upset, I could never put it all together at one time. I always felt like I was right around the corner from getting shit just right, but I could never put it together. So I lived somewhat in a fantasy world, right? I told myself my businesses were fine and my bank accounts were fine when they were like roller coaster, up and down life. Clearly, my body was not performing at its optimum level, and I knew it because I was drinking 3 or 4 nights a week trying to put myself to sleep and binge drinking myself into a stupor probably once a week. I ate like crap, of course, during those times. I pushed my body even after those episodes hard, hard because I had this notion that that's what you're supposed to do as a man, never allowing for some real recovery time. I sedated. I found reasons not to pay attention and not to be with my family because it wasn't comfortable and it wasn't good. I watched 12 to 15 hours a day of football on Saturday, another 10 to 12 hours on Sunday. Anything to ignore the truth and connect with the people that I love the most. And then I figured out a way out. Through a series of trainings in my past and most recently, and working on being a certified trainer for the Wake Up Warrior experience, I created the Warrior Rise experience. You see, there's inside of you, there is a version of you that you've tapped before. You know that warrior version. You know the version of you, that man that can get shit done, that man that can face challenge, the man that can overcome and conquer obstacles, the man that can live in peace and create financial freedom and connection with his kids and his spirituality and the divine. See, I know that that's a piece of who you are. I know because that was a piece of who I was. I also know that there's a way that you can have it all across all domains of your life. There's a way that you can fix all these problems. You can continue to work on expansion and having more and creating greater capacity and becoming a more effective and fulfilled man. It's possible for you because it was possible for me. You can do it because I did it and I'm not special. Give yourself a chance. Apply for the Warrior Rise experience. It is a 6-week, intense virtual training designed to help you rediscover and unleash the warrior inside of you. Strength and honor to you, my brother. I hope to connect to you soon. Take care.